Lynn Burns guilty of the charge of murder in the first degree.
From crime to conviction and ending for a 40-year-old murder case. Why it took so long and how a genealogy website helped close the case.
1099 subject inside of the house.
And a big standoff in a small town.
It was more him not willing to, cooperate.
Ending after more than 2 hours.
He's a decent guy. I think he just got caught up in the middle of some...
What police say started it all.
Live from WQAD, this is News 8's Good Morning Quad Cities.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome. Tuesday, February 25th. I'm Jonathan Ketz. Thanks for joining us. Angie live in East Moline for QC Restaurant Week. We'll check in with her in just a little bit. But for Storm Track 8 meteorologist Derek Sorensen tracking snowfall for parts of the area. Joining us now to explain where some traffic issues may pop up.
Yeah, and the areas in purple on this weather map show where we do have a traveler's advisory here for this morning, and this will go through noontime tomorrow. Does include I-80 east in toward the Chicago area, Galesburg, Burlington, and down toward Peoria. That's where we do have live Doppler radar showing us a little bit of light snow. So if you're heading down 74 toward Galesburg, Peoria, and Bloomington right now, you'll run into that. And you can see it's kind of picking up Roseville down toward Good Hope and La Harpe as we speak. Here's a look at how the roads are going to fare. As we head in through the remainder of the morning, we will see slick roads, especially Galesburg down toward Macomb, but it will pretty much stay on the US 34 corridor as we head through the day today. Overnight tonight, we may get the snow to come a little bit closer to the Quad Cities, but here into the metro area, nothing more than some light snow and flurries. Temperatures for today going up into the middle 30s, and again, the traffic troubles are going to be outside of the metro area to the south and the east right now. We've got no issues to speak of. Hey, we'll take this one step further and we'll explain what happened to that 6 to 12 inch forecast that we were talking about yesterday, because we may not even get an inch here in the Quad Cities. We'll talk about what went wrong coming up.
All right, Eric, thank you. Cities on both sides of the river have already declared snow emergencies in preparation for the forecasted snow. In Illinois, the village of Andalusia has a snow emergency going on right now until tomorrow at noon. Both Coal Valley and Walnut have their snow emergency in effect until tomorrow at 6. No street parking is allowed. Coal Valley residents reminded to remove snow from their property within 24 hours of the snow event. Morrison's snow emergency going to last until tomorrow at 8 a.m. Rock Falls will end today at 9. Rock Falls residents are asked to follow the odd-even parking rules, meaning today you must park on the side of the street with odd-numbered addresses. On the Iowa side now, Bluegrass has a winter weather emergency in effect and will last until tomorrow night at 6. No parking going to be allowed on city streets so that snow plows have full access. For a complete list of cities with emergencies, visit our website, WQAD.com. Search for the words snow emergencies in the search box. For the latest weather information, you can check out our Storm Track 8 weather app. It has a complete forecast and you can choose to receive severe weather alerts to your phone. Just search WQAD in the App Store or Google Play to download our free app. We have an update this morning as an Iowa man has been found guilty in the stabbing death of a girl outside a mall in Cedar Rapids 40 years after the crime.
We, the jury, find the defendant, Jerry Lynn Burns, guilty of the charge of murder in the first degree, dated this 24th day of February 2020.
After a 2-week trial, it took only 3 hours of deliberation for the jury to find Burns guilty of murder for killing 18-year-old Michelle Martinko. His trial was moved to Scott County from Lynn due to publicity, but it took a lot for investigators to get from the crime to the conviction. It started when Martinko's body was found outside the Westdale Mall in Cedar Rapids in December of 1979. Then almost 3 decades later, investigators say they found new DNA in the case, but no match was made in their database. After following a police tip, police used a new DNA tool that can guess the physical appearance of the person using Ancestry.com. Burns' cousin has used the genealogy website, which matched Burns to the crime scene. That led to his arrest in December of 2018. Burns' trial got moved to Scott County due to publicity in Lynn. Then, after 2 weeks of trial, he was convicted of murder. A sentencing hearing has not been scheduled yet. He has 45 days to appeal his verdict. Police in Geneseo say they need your help finding a missing 16-year-old girl who hasn't been seen since Sunday. Danisha Carol Shoemaker was last seen around 3 o'clock at her home. She's 5 feet 3 inches tall and weighs 135 pounds. Police say she was last seen wearing a purple t-shirt, skinny jeans, white shoes, and carrying a gray backpack. If you have any information, you're asked to call the Geneseo Police Department. A man is in jail after a more than 2-hour standoff ended yesterday morning, who police say had a federal warrant. Moline police say Ronnie Anderson barricaded himself in his home in Barstow after officers tried serving a federal arrest warrant. Anderson was wanted on a felon in possession of a firearm charge. Anderson finally gave himself up after about an hour and a half of negotiations. A neighbor says Anderson's girlfriend helped convince him to surrender to police. No one was hurt.
He just came out peacefully. I'll just give credit to the negotiators on scene that they were able to diffuse a situation where some emotions were running high, and they were able to diffuse it, walk it down, and he came out voluntarily.
Anderson currently being held in the custody of the U.S. Marshal Service on federal gun charges. The badge of a firefighter is an important one because it lets the community know they have many other roles beyond just battling fires. News 8's Madison Connor explains a small secret the Davenport Fire Department has that might not be seen every day.
It's easy to see and hear when a fire truck is driving past you, but unless you're up close, you might miss a special marking or two. These stickers symbolize an accomplishment, a sense of pride for the crew. A lightning bolt covers when a crew saves someone using a defibrillator, but only when a pulse is brought back in the field. The stork clearly represents when a baby has been delivered by a crew, a very rare occurrence. Each truck has a different arrangement of stickers according to what each firefighter crew on board has done over the years. But the stickers don't carry over from truck to truck. Thankfully, there's plenty of room for more stickers in the future.
Those calls that they go on, the saves they have, or bringing a child into the world, it's kind of a pride thing to recognize that they did something like that. Is very unique at the time, and it's a tradition that's just carried on since then.
Now, this was all shared on Facebook to have a little fun within the department. The next thing they plan on tackling is the history behind each mascot on the trucks. In Davenport, Madison Connor, WQAD News 8.
The Davenport Fire Department has been handing out these stickers for more than 30 years now. Well, it is QC Restaurant Week, and here in Good Morning Quad Cities, we're showing you where to go and what you can get for a great price. Angie joins us live in East Moline to tell us where she's at for day number 2. Good morning, Angie.
Good morning, John. Yes, it's the 8th annual QC Restaurant Week, and so every single morning this week on Good Morning Quad Cities, we are giving you an exclusive inside look at some of the restaurants participating in this really great week featuring local restaurants throughout the Quad Cities. Today, we are inside the River Room, and this is located on the top floor of the Hyatt in East Moline, part of the Bend, and this is such a beautiful spot. If you have not been here before, you need to make it a point to come here, especially this week. I love the River Room because it's basically like a rooftop bar, but it's 4 seasons, so you could be here during the middle of winter and enjoy some beautiful sights of the Quad Cities. Of course, it's dark right now, but hopefully as the sun comes up in the 6 o'clock hour, we'll actually be able to show you what you can see outside of these floor-to-ceiling windows. It truly is a treat and a beautiful spot to go to in the Quad Cities. Another reason, though, you want to come here this week is because, of course, the great deals that the River Room, and not just the River Room, but the restaurant downstairs, 9 Dot Bar and Bites, are offering for QC Restaurant Week. So let me just tell you really quickly what the River Room here is offering: an appetizer, a bottle of wine, and a dessert for $32. What an awesome deal. And we're going to show you some of those good eats coming up here in just a little bit. John?
All right, Angie, thank you very much. News 8 is a proud sponsor of QC Restaurant Week. It lasts through Sunday, March 1st, with more than 40 restaurants participating. To see a list of locations and deals, go to WQAD.com. Type the words Restaurant Week into the search box. Our time is 5:08, still ahead, making history. Could the Riverdale girls basketball team punch their first ever ticket to state? The answer next. Good morning sports, Eric.
Punching tickets, I thought maybe that could be dangerous, but then punching tickets almost reminds me of going on a train ride. I'm excited about that. Anyway, we are tracking a little snowfall here for this morning. Why is it just a little now when it was a lot yesterday? We'll explain more about that when we come back.
You're watching WQAD. This is News 8's Good Morning Quad Cities.